What's Gucci gang? My name's Jason Rice, and thank you for stopping by my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you've been here for a while and you're like, Jay, why have you been so dormant? I apologize, but we're back at it. We're going to produce more content for you guys to enjoy. So let's just jump into what you're going to get from staying tuned to this channel. You're going to get real estate advice because I'm a real estate agent. You're going to get sports advice or analogies or just talk or just me talking at the camera about how disappointed or happy I am with my teams. Because if you know me, I'm a big Giants fan. Football season just started, so excited about that. I'm a big Yankees fan. Baseball season, we're coming into October, so hopefully we make a huge fucking run. And I'm a Knicks fan, and you know it's almost October again, and it's tip off, and I'm basketball over football, so I'm excited about basketball season and what the Knicks can accomplish this year. Also, personal life, you'll get some antidotes of what I'm going through, how I'm handling certain situations, certain client situations, or whatever. You're going to get a lot of that from the channel. What I hope that you learn from this channel is that you can do it too. So that's basically why I am back, and I'm like, hey, like this is what it's about, because I had and it just was this was how fast you need to act. I had a dream or a vision last night about, hey, you need to do more content, you need to be more in front of people. And I was like, okay, cool. But I don't necessarily feel comfortable like that with doing that. I know that's like weird, right? People always assume that I'm this big, like extroverted personality, but honestly, I'd rather be in the house watching a game or watching a movie or doing anything other than this. But I'm pretty decent at this because I coach people through, my past career, which is like filmmaking and how to like present themselves on camera and all those things and how to make it look amazing and sound amazing. So I'm just going to do this for myself. One of my friends also told me, like, hey, bro, you need to just do this. You need to just go all in. And then I had the vision last night of what life could look like in the next, like, I would say like 12 months to 18 months if I just focused in and just did the vision and not worry about like all the things that come with it, right? So I'm just here to do that. So you'll get some of that advice. This is the first video announcing that I'm back doing things like this. So now let's just go into some real estate talk. So what's going on in the world right now of real estate, and just a big scheme of things, is everyone's talking about rates. And rates are coming down, rates are going up, rates are doing everything. But I mean, and I say that because the Fed has announced that they're going to do 3 rate cuts before the end of the year. Everyone's following that train. So everyone is like, okay, well, if I just hold off and wait for the Fed to make the rate cuts, then I should be able to have more affordability when I buy. And you're right, but you're also wrong. So here's the thing. The Fed rate doesn't necessarily correlate all the time to the mortgage rates, right? And right now we have this thing called inflation, and everybody is like, how do we hedge inflation? How do we do this? I mean, my opinion is all these guys understand that money and the loan of money, we're going to keep, there's still a shit ton of people buying homes right now at the current rate. That means that someone is loaning this money is making double, triple their money. So why would they say, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to lower these rates, when it's like, hey, no, people can still afford this. So we're just going to attract those people. So, just food for thought, not necessarily, and I tell people I don't have a crystal ball on what that's going to look like and what that will look like. But I will tell you this: look at your finances, look at your, whatever it is that you want your mortgage payment to be, because honestly, it doesn't fucking matter what the rate is if you want a certain payment, because what that certain payment is going to do is that's going to be your affordability, because 9 times out of 10, 5, 10 years from now, you're going to trade that home anyway. So the rate and the refinance and all those things don't really matter. And this is how I talk to, or this is how I mean, less colorful, but more straight to the point, how I explain this thing to my clients. So if you like the way I'm explaining it to you and you think that we could work together, please, by all means, happy to work with you. But I just want to give you that concept because that's really the bottom line. Because let's just say, well, I think that the sweet spot for rates is going to be like 5.25. I don't think it's going to go too low. It might go to like 5 at the lowest, in my opinion, just because I understand about how people make money and how banks make money, and it's about that. But it does create some more affordability there. And if that's something you're looking forward to and you're thinking like, hey, let me wait, what that's going to do is also create more competition for the same house. Because what happens is the pretty house, the house that is all put together. I mean, they at no expense. They were like, hey, we're going to make this the most perfect house that someone wants to come and view from online to in person. That house is going to get, right now, it's still getting multiple offers. So, what do you think will happen if everyone can afford that a little bit better with what they want their payments to be? Just, just food for thought. Like I said, we work for you guys. So it's about what you want us to do for you. So that's my piece on the real estate side. On the sports side, guys, Giant fans, did y'all see that freaking game yesterday? It just made me sad because I'm very hopeful. We went 3-0 in the preseason. When have we ever done that? Not in a very long time. Then we were like, oh, Russell Wilson. I was never a fan of this move. Now, Jameis, I was happy about. I knew I was going to get with Jameis. I knew I was going to get pushing the ball downfield, 50-50, touchdown or interception. I'm almost better with that. We got a dog out there at wide receiver, Malik Neighbors. I don't want. I mean, I feel like Pete Carroll. He kind of like helped Russ and kind of like hid some of his things that he can't really do now as he's gotten older. And we don't really have a running game. We can't block a cold. So what are we doing? We need to go ahead, and I know it's only week 1. I know. I shouldn't be like, oh, blow it all up right now, right? But I think that we should go ahead. If Dart is listed as number 2 on the depth chart, like week 3, we're like 0-2, and it was a close game week 3, and we pull it out, we win or whatever. I think we need to give the kid a shot. We need to see what he's about. You know what I'm saying? We need to see if that's our future or what. I just feel like, or y'all can keep doing this. And guess what? I feel like we should have fired y'all, Dabo and GM. I was hoping we at least fire the GM because he did some stupid shit. Let Saquon go. Saquon goes to the Eagles, wins the championship. What the fuck? But I'm not going to keep making. I could talk about the Giants and how I'm just bracing myself. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful because all we need to do is sneak into the playoffs and anything can happen. So guys, just get 10, 9 wins, whatever it needs to be to get into the wild card and make a run. So guys, that's my piece for today, man. Hopefully it resonated with you. It landed. You're going to be here, stay. No, kind of drew out this video a little bit. Not sure if I'm going to keep doing it in segments like this or if I'm going to just break it up and give you like a real estate talk or a film talk. Oh yeah, before I end, man, I watched Spike Lee's new movie, and as a film guy, I love the aesthetics of the movie. But there's some things in it that I was just like, you know, I mean, bro, you would have seen, like, I don't know if you've ever walked on the streets of New York City or whatever, but there's like a cop at least every block I see a police officer. You know what I mean? At least where I was, right? And then they did the movie, and I'm like, okay, well, they're chasing us back. Where's the other police officers at? This dude is in a car. I'm like, there's 1,000 of you guys just on your radio, boom, and you got it. So some of it, I just wanted to be a little bit more realistic. I understand it's a movie, and you gotta, do things like it's a movie, and I get it. But I'm also like, at this point in Spike's career or in anyone's career, I was like, maybe we could, increase the budget a little bit and actually make it more real. Not saying that it wasn't real. I don't know. I've never gone through that situation of someone kidnapping my kid and doing all those things. I'm not to give you a whole bunch of the plot outline, but you should go see it, or you should see it. It's on Prime, so just go into your Prime, check it out. It's a good 2.5 hours, maybe a little bit maybe a little less time, but it was a decent movie. The thing that turned me off about it, for real, was the music in between the scenes. And I get it from an artist and a classical, like, hey, let me just throw it back to what it felt like when I was actually watching movies back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and how we create and what we put to those chase scenes and all those things. But I thought it could have been done a lot better. There's some other character things that I was kind of like, I don't really get that. So maybe they could have done more character development on the main character, so he could have saw some of the, we could have seen some of the business side of it, and we could have seen why he was making some of the decisions that we were just like, why the fuck would he do that? But that's my piece for today, guys. Hopefully it resonated with you. If you stuck along for the entire 12 minutes of this video, I appreciate you. Please drop a comment, hit the like, hit the share, tell a friend to tell a friend. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Peace.